All right, we just had the drivers meeting, so we are all ready for the Western State Shootouts. It's 6, supposed to be 4-car shootouts, but we've got a little less. That's all right. We still have 6 shootouts. It's going to be fun. Come along for the ride. Autocross action, Western State Shootout. There we go. There's the builder right there. There's the owner right there. SB2, Winston Cup small block. No radio because it's a race car. No AC because it's a race car. Decoded digital gauges. It's a 1956 Chevy. It was Kelly's first car. Had this thing in high school. He's been racing in NASCAR Winston Cup for years. The carburetor on this. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the heartbeat of America. Roadster shop chassis, PPG wheels, PPG paint, billet specialty wheels, Tremec transmission. Why? Because race car. No radio. Why? Because race car. No air conditioning, because it's a race car. It's got a few miles on it. Now get it stopped all the way. Stop, 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 stop. Ah, you got to get stopped in the Willwood brake stop. Box of time 34.252. You got to see it live. Kelly and Tom, thank you guys for bringing it out. Beautiful. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys got to see it eat. Awesome. From Kelly to Don in the Unchained truck. Hey now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Challenger class.
Rusty.
Exactly. Here comes Rusty, and he says it's a race car designed as a crusty old wagon, the Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. And if you don't like the Vista Cruiser, I mean, you don't like America. It's a Vista Cruiser. Check it out. It's a oh-ho-ho! Where's David Carroll? Oh, this is your Challenger class. Rusty comes across line 30500, 30 and a half. 30500 for the first lap. Here, the Western States Autocross. Greg up on the line in that 86 Corvette.
Okay.
The time Greg needs to beat is 30500, 29414. Greg will move on. 29414. Rusty, congratulations on making the shootout. Now up Russ Hopkins and the little Diesel Rabbit comes across that finish line. 30500. Same exact lap.
30
Plus 2, so that's going to be 34500. Gonzalez getting ready to roll. He's got that Rally SPO. It's a super exclusive trim level. I've never heard of it, but I love the Rally SPO. The time George needs to beat in the Camaro is 34500. George comes across the line. 29602. 29602. George will move on. Russ, congratulations on making the shootout. It's George in the Camaro versus Greg in the Corvette. 1986 Corvette versus a 69 Camaro. This Corvette has only 117,000 miles on it, and he was lucky enough to win the Alpha Battery today. Greg in a little Corvette comes across that finish line. 30026. 30026. Clean lap, right? All right. Going up against George in the Camaro. Greg needs to beat a 30026. That's what I said. 29157. George will move on. Greg, congratulations on second in the shootout.
George won.
George Gonzalez, 29157. Congratulations. 1-2. And now we've got Marco Love, and this is the sports car class, ladies and gentlemen. Mark 11 in the 50 Shades Camaro built by Tom Bichette and Dragon Lady Racing. Mark's personal best, 26.127. Mark comes across that finish line, 28.126. Got stopped in the Willwood Brake stop box, 28.126. Valerie Bichette on the line, our reigning back-to-back sports car champion and driving one bad GTA. Valerie needs to be at 28.126. She comes across the line, 26.763. Mark, congratulations on making the shootout. 26.763 for Valerie. She moves on. Stacy Herman on the line, a Summit Racing Corvette. Stacy comes across the line with her buy run, 25.34. Good fast lap. Up to the starting line in one bad GTA. He's got that Black Widow exhaust, forge line wheels, Willwood disc brakes. He's rolling. Valerie comes across that finish line, 25.836. Her fastest lap of the show, 25.836. Nicely done. Way to put it down when you need to. Stacy rolling up. Summit Racing Corvette. I dig those side pipes. The time Stacy needs to beat, 25.836. She comes across the line, 27.89. So that's 29.384. Stacy is second. Valerie, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your truck class. No Limit Engineering truck class. Richard Mathern up first in his 1987 GMC 468 cubic inch big block under that hood. Richard up against Don Yarbrough, the Unchained 55. Richard comes across the line with a time 28.904. 28.904 and a plus one. That makes it 30.904 plus one. Ouch. Don getting ready to roll the Unchained 55. It's got a little bit of patina, just like our very own John Borcher. Don's got to beat a 3.0904, a 32nd lap. He comes across 26. 29, that's 40 with a 9. Oh my goodness. Richard will move on, and Don, yeah, plus 2. So 26 and a plus 2 is 30. 26.964. That's 30.964. Exactly, with a 30.904. Richard will move on. Don, congratulations on making the shootout. Dallas on the line at 1953 Chevy truck, completely custom, 6.2 liter LS3 with some Willwood disc brakes on it. Line is George Reese. Scott Dallas, his personal best, 29.924. He comes across 31.100. 31.100 for Scott Dallas. George Reese getting ready to roll in that 73 square body. George needs to beat 31.100. He comes across that line, 26.531. George will move on, 26.531. Richard Mathern rolling up to the line of that 87 step side, packing a 468 cubic inch big block Chevy. Richard comes across that finish line at the time, 28.893. 28.893. Good fast lap for Richard. Going up against George Reese, Reese Racing. The time George needs to beat is 28.893. He comes across that finish line, 27.032. George will win. 27.032. George is your truck class champion. Richard, second place. Congratulations. on making the shootout. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your street machine class. Dalton is the name. Driving a 1965 Chevy Chevelle Malibu SS. Dalton comes across the line in the Malibu 26-836. 26-836 for Dalton, going up against Greg Shearer, the little Trans Am action with T-tops just like Smokey and the Bandit. Dave comes across the line with a time of 28:073.
I forget you're a lefty.
Yeah, sorry. He needs to be 24,662 for Andrew. 24,662. Andrew moves on. So it's Greg against Andrew. Dave does not. Greg Shearer versus Andrew Chenoweth. Greg Shearer getting ready to roll. 25,702 for Greg Shearer in the little Trans Am. Andrew Chenoweth in the Summit Racing Corvette. The time Andrew needs to beat is 25,702. He comes across the line. 24,361. Great lap. 24,361. Andrew is your first place. Greg is second place. Congratulations, you guys. Dean Fowler, this is your pro class, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Fowler rolling up in the, he built it, painted himself a gorgeous little Chevy 2. Dean's rolling.
Should we just keep playing music then?
Sure. 27,841 for Dean. 27,841 and a +1. That's 29,841. All right. Up against Karen Leesinger in the Summit Racing Corvette. It's working now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pro class. The time Karen needs to beat is 29,841. She comes across the finish line. 25,898. Great lap for Karen. 25, yes sir, 898. Dean will not move on, but congratulations, Dean, on making the shootout. Karen moves on. Tom rolling up to the line in a 65 El Camino, back in a 441 LS. Personal best is 27,208. 27,670. 27,670. It's a clean lap for Tom. Good job going up against Chris Stoner in the 69 Camaro. Chris needs to beat his 27,670. 26,172. Chris will move on. 26,172. Chris moves on. Tom, congratulations on making this shootout. Karen Leesinger up against Christopher Stoner, Corvette versus Camaro. After this, I'll need Dale Evans, John Vitera, and Josh Leesinger, please. Karen Leesinger, the Summer Racing Corvette. Karen Leesinger, this is your finals of the pro class. Comes across at 25,676. 25,676 for Karen Leesinger. Christopher Stoner on the line right now. The time Chris needs to beat, 25,676. He comes across like 25,428. Chris will move on. Karen Leesinger, second place. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. That's your pro class shootout. Pro X with 2 Cobra Tributes and 1 Evil Corvette. Dale Evans, come on down. It'll be Dale versus John, and then Josh gets a bye. There's some stickers, pal. John is on the line, on the track, out there, right? 28.928, good fast lap. 28.928 for Dale. John, come on down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Pro X class. Now, John's last lap of this little tribute was a 26.0 on it. He's got to beat a 28. Can he do it? The time John needs to beat is 28.928. 26.413. John moves on. 26.413. John moves on. Dale, congratulations on making the shootout. John up against Josh Leesinger, the fastest car of the show. The Summit Racing Corvette. Like that? John's fastest lap is 23 and change. 24.250. 24.250 for Josh. That's his bye lap. This is your finals, ladies and gentlemen, the finals of the Goodguys Western States Autocross Pro X Class. John Viterra, the Cobra, versus Josh Leesinger, the Corvette. His fastest lap is 26 with an O on it, 26.419. 26.419 for John Viterra in the Cobra Tribute. Josh Leesinger's coming up to the line. Checking those tire pressures. He's got 2 minutes. The tire pressures have been checked. He's ready to roll. Josh Leesinger. This is the last lap of the Autocross, you guys. He's got to beat a 26 with a 4. The time Josh needs to beat is 26.419. He comes across 23.922. 23.922. Josh Leesinger is your Western States Pro X Autocross champion. Josh, congratulations. May I be so bold as to say, go ahead out and that way. You don't want to make some, do some donuts. Anybody want to see some donuts? Aww.
I'll try.
Can you peer pressure him? How about some donuts? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a little victory lap action for you. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pro X champion, Josh Leesinger in Summit Racing Corvette. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. The Western State Shootout on Saturday. Tomorrow's All-American Sunday. Come on down. If you're in jail, break out. You're not going to want to miss it. Hot lap. Nice. Dragon Lady GTA Racing, the last hot lap of the show. On the hood's up. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your sports car champion, Valerie Pichette in Dragon Lady GTA Racing. She's got so much horsepower, her hood won't close.
So much.
There you go, you guys. Thanks for coming out. Adios.